Love is not seen with the eyes, but with the heart. I were better to be eaten to death with a rust, than to be scoured to nothing, with perpetual motion. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. A fool thinks himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. We know what we are, but know not what we may be. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Some rise by sin, and some by virtue fall. Ignorance is the curse of God, knowledge is the wing wherewith we fly to heaven. Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good, we oft might win by fearing to attempt. To thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. They do not love that do not show their love. Let me embrace thee, sour adversity, for wise men say it is the wisest course. Love sought is good, but given unsought, is better. Reputation is an idle and most false imposition, oft got without merit, and lost without deserving. If you can look into the seeds of time, and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak then unto me. I hold the world but as the world, Gratiano, a stage where every man must play a part, and mine is a sad one. Sweet are the uses of adversity which, like the toad, ugly and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. Life every man holds dear, but the dear man holds honor far, more precious dear than life. If we are marked to die, we are enough to do our country loss, and if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. Like as the waves make towards the pebbled shore, so do our minutes hasten to their end. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. God has given you one face, and you make yourself another. Cowards die many times before their deaths, the valiant never taste of death but once. This above all, to thine own self be true, and it must follow, as the night the day, thou canst not then be false to any man. I had rather have a fool to make me merry, than experience to make me sad, and to travel for it too. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Where every something, being blent together turns to a wild of nothing. It will have blood, they say, blood will have blood. I may neither choose who I would, nor refuse who I dislike, so is the will of a living daughter curbed by the will of a dead father. There was never yet fair woman, but she made mouths in a glass. Exceeds man's might, that dwells with the gods above. The most peaceable way for you, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself, what he is, and steal out of your company. Maids want nothing but husbands, and when they have them, they want everything. Be great in act, as you have been in thought. If to do were as easy as to know what were good to do, chapels had been churches, and poor men's cottage princes' palaces. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet, are of imagination all compact. God hath given you one face, and you make yourself another. I shall the effect of this good lesson keeps, as watchman to my heart.